Good morning to you all and a warm welcome to the Isle of Man for the second match on day 3 of the Netball Europe Open Challenge 2019 here at the National Sports Centre in Douglas. We have seen some amazing netball from our 7 competing teams over the last 2 days. The host, the Isle of Man, Gibraltar, Republic of Ireland, Emirates, Israel and the Cayman Islands, along with the UK Armed Forces. This morning we bring you match 14 from 21, and what great matches we have had so far. I hope you've been able to enjoy the game so far this weekend. This morning we've just seen the UK Armed Forces netball and the Cayman Islands, with the UK Armed Forces taking the win. This match coming up sees the hosts Isle of Man taking on the Emirates. Do not miss a minute of the action here today, as all the teams want to continue to make their mark on day 3. I'm Natalie Pepperell and I'm delighted to be joined for the game today in the commentary box by Israel head coach Shan Berman. Shan, how are you?
Doing great. Good morning.
You're looking forward to the game today?
Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting.
So as we said, we've got the Isle of Man versus Emirates now. Up for you later at 1 o'clock we have the Republic of Ireland versus Gibraltar. At 4 o'clock we have Emirates versus the UK Armed Forces. And at 6 o'clock sees Gibraltar return to the court to take on the Isle of Man. So, your starting 7 for you today. The host, Isle of Man. Goal shooter, Chloe Gale. Goal attack, Ashley Hall and captain. Wing attack, Rachel Johnston. Centre, Jess Smallwood. Wing defence, Lydia Shaw. Goal defence, Viv Storner. And goalkeeper, Kat Keeling. The coach for today is Claire Batty. Assistant coach, Rob McKee. Manager, Deborah Evans. And primary carer, Jane Cowley. Up for you, starting 7 for the Emirates today. Goal shooter, Amy Marshall. Goal attack, Zoe Stackley. Wing attack, Eleanor Wright. Centre and captain, Carly Lewis. Wing defence, Rachel Tuckey. Goal defence, Victoria Soul. And goalkeeper, Gillian Porter. The coach is Olivia Mason. The assistant coach is Deb Jones. Manager, Suzanne Skelding. And assistant and primary carer, Jack Eli. So, results so far, the Isle of Man have won 2 of their games. First one against Israel and third one against the Cayman Islands, and only losing out to the UK Armed Forces, so currently still in contention for the gold medal in the challenge competition. The Emirates so far have won against Israel but lost to the Cayman Islands and to the Republic of Ireland. So, bearing that in mind, Shan, do you want to take a prediction of to who do you think might come on top today?
Oh, it's tough, but I'm actually voting for Isle of Man because I think statistics show that they're gonna just do really well, and they also have the home advantage, so that can be huge and really get in their head.
So far this tournament, we don't think we've seen the full capacity of Emirates, but the Isle of Man have been on fire, haven't they?
They totally have. They came out really, really strong, and like I told you before, I really feel that the Emirates have been a little flat this year compared to last. I don't know what changed, but they found it a little bit harder.
Don't forget, if you want to get in touch with us today, we would love to hear from you. Hashtag NEOpen on Twitter. You can also comment on our Facebook thread, and we will try and read out as many of your comments as possible. So currently Isle of Man in possession of this ball. Emirates not making it easy though, are they?
No, there's a lot of fight going on for that first goal and down at the Isle of Man circle.
So Emirates have come out with the turnover.
Yeah, and Isle of Man just full force fighting.
Great shot there by Stackley. Good to see them off the mark. Strong challenge there by Lydia Shaw. She's been a very good player in that wing defence position for the Isle of Man. Just a bit too much on that ball from Amy Marshall. Carly Lewis can't quite keep it in.
Yeah, this is Isle of Man's chance to get it back.
Jess Smallwood in the centre position today. We've seen her more commonly for the Isle of Man in the goal attack position. Both her and Ashley Hall can play goal attack and centre.
Yeah, she's very good at that. they usually put her where they need more control. So obviously they feel that they need it in the circle this time.
Oh, beautiful feed from the captain, Ashley Hall, over to Chloe Gale.
And they broke back, so they're even.
A miss from Amy Marshall. We've seen her more of a consistent shooter for the Emirates in that shooter position.
Yeah.
But can't quite convert it this time.
Okay. Sometimes it just takes a few minutes to warm up to the basket, so let's hope that's all it is. Struggling to find someone down the court.
Seem to have a nice 5-dice zone, don't they? The Isle of Man in the middle, putting pressure on.
Yeah. They tend to do that all hands in the middle, and it's very hard to get over.
Oh, great tracking and defence work there by Zoe Stapley. And her a penalty against Jess Smallwood. Sorry, against Lydia Shaw.
Well weighted by the wing attack.
Yeah, they're very good at their rotations in those circles, aren't they?
Yeah.
Emirates. Just opening up the front space. Such clever play, isn't it, by Chloe Gale, just letting it dribble towards the post.
Yeah. She's worked really well with the shooting in general, been very, very strong. And the goal attack can find her easily, which is nice.
So currently 3-3 here in the National Sports Centre. A nice contested game, which we thought we would see from the start. John Charles, welcome to John Charles, commenting on Facebook, watching from Singapore. And Karis Tucky watching from Vietnam, supporting her sister Rachel Tucky. Emily Carter in Yorkshire and Jane Bryan in Manchester. So lots of people watching this game from lots of different places.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I find also that the Emirates is a little bit like Israel, where a lot of people come from a lot of different places to live there. So they'll have family back in all kinds of interesting places back home.
Oh, beautiful.
Well held.
Good composure by Chloe Gale, dicing a bit with the back line.
Yeah. Well, in the previous move, she just stepped over it, so she's not keen on doing that again. That's always a very tough call. I mean, hard on the player when you just stepped a little bit offside and didn't even realize.
And we often call those coach killers because it's that unforced error.
Yeah. Isle of Man taking advantage and turning that into a goal, so kudos to them.
A little bit of a gap now, just opening up. That takes us to 7-4 to the Isle of Man, so good that they can convert off their turnover and their centre pass. See what the Emirates can come back with. Oh, no goal, 3-second call, so umpire deemed that Amy Marshall just took a little bit too long over that, but credit to Kat Keelan for the pressure she put on. just feel like they're feeding the circle a bit better today than they were yesterday, Emirates.
Yeah. I think they're a little calmer and not as, you know, they're feisty, but not as battle, which is nice, and it contributes to, I think, a better, more zen game.
They were a bit frantic, weren't they, yesterday?
Yeah.
Good use of the transverse line to open up. How did she feed that ball through?
I don't know. Like I said, the goal attack, Ashley just finds Chloe really well, and I guess that's why she's put in that position, because her shooting stats are not brilliant. They're good, but they're not brilliant. But her feeding to Chloe is unbelievable, and I'm sure that's why the coach put her there.
Big crowd in here today supporting the Isle of Man. You can probably hear them in the background. They're playing every ball with the team. Emirates staying within touching distance. Opting to go backwards that time, struggling to get the ball forwards at the moment.
Well, they don't want to lose their advantage, so I'd say playing it more calmly is probably a very good tactic, and not losing their momentum.
Gillian Porter at the back. Oh, beautiful.
Well shot.
So Emirates converting one back from that nice through-court ball from Lewis to Stapley. Sorry. Brilliant shot there from Amy Marshall from range. Not phased today, quite happy to put that up.
Yeah, you get the feeling that she's a little more zen today, which definitely contributes to better shooting.
Well, they came off a tough match yesterday evening, didn't they?
Yeah, so they needed to do something to calm the nerves, so
very experienced coaching team behind the Emirates, so I'm sure they'll have had lots of tricks. But that's a great turnover by the Isle of Man. Well watched by Kat Keelan to come out with that ball.
Yeah, she's got quick instincts. I find they put her in the circle either in keeper or in shooter, and she really is a force to reckon with wherever she is.
Emirates opting as well to use that back centre pass. Just being nice and safe with the ball at present, both teams. Great shot.
It was nice to see that Amy wasn't phased by the double defending. Her hands were nearly on the ball. The umpire didn't call it, and she didn't even bat an eyelid.
And that's what you want from your goal shooter, isn't it? To be able to cope with that pressure and not be phased by it.
Yeah. So she's definitely in a good headspace today, and it's nice to see.
Nice calm feed in by Lewis. Fine stat play. Ooh. Just bouncing around the top of that ring, isn't it?
Well, she's gotten 2 extra chances, so let's see if she can sink it. Not quite.
Oh, unlucky there. Rachel Tuckey. Oh. And that's what you want, isn't it? If you lose the ball, fight, get it back. We saw that from stat play at under 17 level, and now we're seeing it as well at senior level. Great shot, Amy Marshall.
Nice fight. And it was very nice. It was clean. It's lovely to see netball like that.
Just feel at the moment that the Emirates are backing each other up really well as well. If the ball goes astray, there's another one of them ready to pick it up.
Yep, they're really fighting for it, and as a team, which is nice.
The bench is very happy as well. Team manager Suzanne Skelding loving that one.
And they just got 3 goals while the Isle of Man hasn't gotten one in the last, 2 minutes.
When the pressure's on, you can guarantee that Ashley Hall will sort it out for you, don't you?
Oh, there's a reason she's the captain. I think, that's one of the main reasons she'll bring it back. And calm the team down and get them back into the running.
Oh, beautiful ball there from Jess Smallwood through to Ashley Hall. Oh, just seemed a little bit too close, Gillian Porter on that one. So Isle of Man come back, close that gap, 11 goals all. We've got just under 2 minutes left of this quarter, and it's a tight quarter so far.
Yeah, it's really nice netball. They're really fighting for every single ball. Let's see if they can keep it up for 4 quarters.
And invariably we've seen quite a lot that the first quarter is very contested in these games, and it seems to be the second or the third that tends to make the difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then one team just manages to take it away.
Eleanor Wright, a bit lucky I think on that one. Beautiful ball, great vision to find Stapley under the post. She'll convert that for them. Well read there by Victoria Soul. She was unlucky not to come out with that ball.
Yeah.
Half a second sooner.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to, because she's just so fast.
Isle of Man have to make sure they still meet every ball. Can't be caught stood still in this game to wait for it to come to you. You have to take it out of the air, otherwise the defender will do it for you. Great shot.
Just taking those baby steps to get closer to get it in.
So we see 25 seconds on the clock, and throughout the tournament 25 seconds has caused a little bit of chaos, but
yeah,
Isle of Man being nice and calm.
Well, this is what I was going to say. This is the time where you don't panic, so you don't lose it.
Victoria Soul calls the contact and the goal will stand. So we go into the quarter time with the Isle of Man sneaking ahead by 1 goal, 14 goals to 13. Wow, what a quarter.
Unbelievable. Not what was expected.
And what do you think it is that both teams are doing well at the moment? Is there anything that you think they need to change?
I think both teams are playing very well. I mean, the Emirates are definitely have changed their game, changed their attitude, and it's lovely to see. It's always nice to see when you have a team sport on court and they're really playing together as a team, which is really, really nice. You know, you don't have the yelling or anything. Everybody's calm and running for every ball and fighting for every ball, and they're really working together. So it's working really nice. I wouldn't change anything because they're really doing a great job and they're holding Isle of Man together.
Just some highlights for you whilst we carry on our conversation. And the Isle of Man?
The Isle of Man, I don't know if they have any more depth on the bench. They are feeding it down. They're intercepting the ball nicely in the circle. I don't know if I'd change anything unless they feel they need more help down in the midcourt. Then they probably would switch Ashley into center. But she is doing the work in the shooting circle. So,
and we've seen some consistent play by the Isle of Man over the games that they've played. They haven't tended to have too many quarters where they've had a wobble. They've been quite consistent. So do you think that's a reason why they should just keep it the same and keep?
Yeah, I think that's probably why they will keep it the same, and they'll just tell them it's fine, we'll take it away. And we've seen a lot of these where the first quarter has been pretty even, and then one team takes whoever, sticks with it long enough. And I think the Isle of Man has it, so they can take it away. If need be, they'll make changes. If they feel that one side is off, they might make some changes, but otherwise I don't think they will.
So some messages coming in on our Facebook feed. Jolyn Smith, Amy Marshall should switch to NBA, seeking shots from a three-pointer distance.
Oh, wow.
We're impressed with her shooting. Jennifer Stelco, great work, Emirates. This is very exciting. Jill and Vic, you are killing it in defence. Lots of support for Emirates on the Facebook page. Don't forget you can get in touch with us via our Facebook page and via Twitter. On Twitter, if you could use the hashtag NEOpen. I would imagine that most of the Isle of Man is in the crowd, right?
Yeah, probably.
So watching it live. But yeah, all comments will be welcome. So we're predicting maybe no changes. Regarding the Emirates, obviously a much improved performance for them. You could see when they went to the bench, very happy faces, lots of smiles. Carly Lewis doing a little less work in the end third. Do you think allowing the wing attack to take the ball more, is that the kind of teamwork that you're talking about, sharing the load?
Yeah, just trusting that she'd do it. I think in the beginning she was nervous and want to fight for every ball, and that happens. And then as she saw that the team was functioning well, you can lay off and not take all the responsibility on your shoulders.
So the coaches will get a little bit of time at the quarter break to have some input as to what they feel needs tweaking and make any changes that they deem necessary. We're not predicting any changes from the commentators box at the moment, but we aren't the coaches, so we will wait to see. They're just getting into their huddles now, ready to go back on court, and there is a change for the Isle of Man. We see Ashley Hall going to that centre position, Jess Smallwood moving to the goal attack position.
Could I say I called it?
You did call it. Well done. And the Emirates get us off the mark. Looking at the court, that does seem to be the only change out there at the minute. If there's any more, we'll let you know.
No, nice tap by the goal defense. Pass was just too far for the goal attack, and the Emirates have intercepted that and taken it away.
Oh, unlucky there, Ashley Hall. Marshall opting not to shoot that one this time. Obstruction gives her a little bit of an edge forward. Oh, good work by Stapley to keep that ball in. Excellent teamwork. Great shot. I know Grandma will be very proud. I'm sure she's watching back home. Oh, great
nice
tip.
fight.
Well done, Rachel Johnston. Showing that wing attacks and goal attacks just as important to defend.
I think we've seen over these games how important the wing attacks are in these games, and for the goal attacks to block.
Oh, just a little short there from Jess, means that Emirates will get possession back, see if they can transition this one to a goal. Not if Lydia Shaw has anything to do with it. Our wing defences sometimes can go unnoticed, can't they? But Lydia Shaw's work rate off the ball in defence is phenomenal.
Yeah. Interesting, but I don't feel, I know Ashley moved into the center court to make a difference, where we really see the wing defense is making the difference. And the shooters have yet to shoot the ball, so let's see.
That connection isn't as strong as it between these two as it was before. You mentioned before the connection between Ashley Hall and Chloe Gale.
Yes.
And just not necessarily seeing that between Jess Smallwood and Chloe Gale.
Yeah. And let's see if they can get that back.
Beautiful vision by Rachel Johnson. That fantastic turnover from the back.
Yeah.
Centralising the ball well to Eleanor Wright. And Amy Marshall's holding a really good front position, isn't she, at the moment? Oh, unlucky, just out of court there on the back line.
And I get the feeling that Amy is a little more hesitant this quarter, which I don't know why, because she had a great first quarter.
Contact deemed to have taken place by Gillian Porter. Give her another shot, and that was that connection between Ashley Hall, wasn't it, and Chloe Gale. So connection still possible from centre to goal shooter, but not as much used.
Right, not as much, but I think they'll start using it because they need to get those balls into the circle.
Really good defence there by Viv Storner, challenging the front. Goes to the back to Stapley. Quite sink the goal this time, and this is the problem that we're seeing for Emirates, is they have had a wobble sometimes in their shooting circle, and that's not anyone in particular, that's all their shooters.
I think it happens to all shooters in general, and whenever you come on, sometimes it takes a few seconds to just calm those nerves. There you go again. Chloe and Ashley just relying on each other and making that into a goal.
That takes the Isle of Man 2 ahead, 17 goals to 15. We did see some 3-goal runs in the last quarter, so this isn't something that we haven't seen yet. Both teams have come back from that. 3-second call. Rachel Tuckey was very pleased about that.
Yeah, Lewis really held Ashley. I started looking for her, and Ashley just couldn't get free.
And it's sometimes not the glory interception, but it's the hard work, isn't it, that causes it.
Yeah.
Good arms over there in defence.
There you go, Ashley in.
Good timing on that jump, and great that you still had the Emirates people on the circle. The Isle of Man mid-court had dropped off that circle edge, so he's only ever going to fall into Emirates' hands. Bit of a forced long ball there from Victoria Sol. She obviously saw something we didn't.
She wanted it way too bad.
Oh my goodness, Gillian Porter. What an interception.
Well, she's kind of picked up that Ashley is really liking to pass it down to Chloe straight in. Look at these intercepts, unbelievable.
Pat Keeley now taking responsibility for that front. Just lucky on that one. The first time ball should have gone that time, shouldn't it? And we just need a little bit of calm. This is where Emirates need to just take a breath, don't they?
Yeah.
Great ball by Carly Lewis into Stapley. Fast transition there from the Isle of Man. That was a long time coming, but that takes them 2-3 goals ahead on 18 goals to 15. Important centre pass now for Emirates.
What a beautiful attempt.
Well done under pressure there, Amy Marshall. Oh, Gillian Porter again at the back.
Yeah, I think she's picked up on that. She's waiting for those quick, long balls straight in. She's not letting them happen. They're going to have to change up their tactic.
3-second call. Emirates just struggling to get the ball forward. Oh, a good screen there by Chloe Gale as well, stopping Victoria Sol going on the fly. converts at 14, puts them back to that 3-goal position. Oh. Feel like more than judgment on the last 2 centre passes potentially.
Yeah.
Nice little pop. That's good. That's Zoe Stapley had missed the previous 2 times from that position, so nice to see her nailing it.
I always like to see shooters who maybe it didn't work, like you said, 2 times before, but then don't give up and then purposely do shoot from the same place. It's so important for mentally in the game. They'll get her right back in there.
Oh, unlucky, Ashley Hall. Steamed a little bit too close there, but well read the game, and just placement off a little bit there for Eleanor Wright. Long ball over by Jess to Rachel Johnson, triangle, and Ashley Hall finds Jess on the baseline.
No, beautiful shot.
A lot of ball movement there to open up the circle, wasn't it?
I think they needed to do that. They realized that the defenders are really tight and they're intercepting a lot of those balls. So they have to be a little patient, do a couple more moves.
Sometimes making the ball do the work saves your legs as well, right?
Yeah.
Great back cut round the back for Kerry Gale. That takes the Isle of Man 5 ahead, and could this be the point in time where they start to run away with this lead?
I suspect so, because their game, instead of playing that fight in the circle, they've really opened it up and taking full advantage of that.
Nice shot by Amy Marshall. Viv Storner holding a beautiful 3-foot mark, putting real pressure on that shot.
I love the different types of passes where you don't have a shooter that prefers one certain kind. What a beautiful intercept.
That pulls them out to a 6-goal lead. Isle of Man centre. I feel like Emirates need to do something right now. Oh, good effort, Rachel Tuckey.
Jess really came on in second quarter on fire. And she's been making some nice moves and beautiful intercepts. And gorgeous shots.
Multi-talented. Good pressure again by Lydia Shaw, but Emirates secure it. Double pressure on Amy Marshall in the circle there. She keeps her team within touching distance. It's really important for them now, isn't it, being a few goals down, that they secure every single centre pass.
Yeah.
We see Lydia Shaw down at the moment. Hopefully that won't be too bad, but I do believe we'll see her leaving the court. So changes, you think the changes have been a big impact in this game?
Yeah, huge. And they tend to do that, you know, I think maybe even just put Ashley in the shooting circle in the beginning to start them off calm and controlled. And then when all is good, you know, she'll move into the center court to just give that extra fireworks going forward.
Yeah, and a brave decision by the coaches, because when the game's really close, it's quite brave to make a change.
When it's going well, it's also. But I think that Jess has proved that it was a great, great decision.
So Emirates obviously choosing to stay as they were. What do you think Emirates need to change now? Because they've just dropped off a little bit. Tough.
Yeah, it is tough. Their center is doing a good job. You know, Carly is doing a great job with Ashley. She is blocking her. I think the change in the circle has not been easy for the Emirates. And they have had intercepted, but they just haven't been able to translate that into a goal.
So just some small errors for them coming through the court.
Yeah.
Business is resumed. Great rebound there by Jess Smallwood. Three minutes left of this quarter. 7-goal lead at the moment to the Emirates. Nice circle edge ball there by Carly Lewis. Sometimes I'd like Emirates to take that ball a bit quicker because the goal shooter is in a great position, but while she's busy checking and holding a hand up, she actually ends up having to send it back because the defence have come round, hasn't she? Bit more work trying to get the ball in.
I think they're a little hesitant now, and I think they're playing a little less together, and I think that's what's costing them. So the question is, can you get them back in the zone to work together? It's hard to do mid-game and when you're down 6 points.
Oh, great interception. Just unlucky, couldn't keep that in. Victoria Soul reading that so well. Good comes by Julian Porter on that switch. Ball goes out to Carly Lewis. And we have Emirates back in possession of the ball. Nice triangle. Opens up Stapley. Oh, just can't convert at that time. Long ball into that pocket. Good pressure by Porter. Comes out with the ball. She's playing a stormer, isn't she?
She really is. Some really great moves going on down the court.
So just to confirm for you, it's Jane Ryder-Clegg that comes on for the Isle of Man in that wing defence position. 1.5 minutes and Emirates have pulled this back to 5 goals. They could do with converting this one, couldn't they, and just keep narrowing their gap before half time. Good job, Stapley. Cheeky high five with Amy Marshall on the way through. Brings them to within 4 goals of the Isle of Man, so within touching distance again now. Oh, great pressure again, Zoe Tuckley, but very clever play by Ashley Hall. She just held her space on that, didn't she? Putting her body on the line. She's
a very clever player, and she also doesn't get phased, by any of this, and she holds well and takes it away.
Again, hoping that we don't see the curse of the clock as we tick down to just under 30 seconds. Still a really long time in a game of netball.
Yeah.
But we've seen in the past it can cause some pressures. Amy Marshall resets to balance herself. Oh, both shooters taking it off each other.
Yeah.
Oh, and good defence actually there by Kat Keeling. She didn't go for the ball, but she just held her position to stop Amy Marshall getting it.
Yeah.
So heading into half time, and we have a 5-goal gap now. Isle of Man scoring 27 and Emirates scoring 22. So they pushed on ahead by another 4 goals in that quarter.
Yeah, they're 5 goals ahead, which we thought that would happen. Let's see if Emirates can control and get back into it.
So what is it now that they particularly need to do? We've talked about those small errors, a couple of balls that they're giving away, poor placements and bad angles, some really good play, but how do you make that good play consistent? And
It's
if you
hard.
have a clue for this, we'll bottle it up and sell it.
No, so it's really hard because especially when there is fight on court, it's hard as a person and as a player to keep it together in whatever it is that you do. So it's hard to tell players just keep it together and control yourself. And she's like, but she's pushing me, she's landing on me, she's fighting, but that's the game, so you need to be able to rise above it. Let's see if they can. They've got great coaches who I'm sure have talked to them about psyche And if they can do it, I don't see that they're making any changes because they are playing individually very well. They just need to get it back as a team.
So we have the second quarter highlights for you whilst we talk. Do you think shooting is an issue? So we saw a period of play there where the shooting did go off a little bit, didn't we?
Right, but they seem to get it back, in the mid, it just about halfway through. But as you just said, we saw the shooting a little off. The coaches have told them, go practice your shooting.
Yeah, 5 goals in total difference isn't a lot, is it, in a game of netball?
Not a lot at all. I mean, we've seen people that did 3, just now in 2 minutes they got 3 goals in. So.
And the Isle of Man, do you think the loss of the loss of Lydia Shaw for them will be a problem? Or, I mean, we've seen their bench take to court quite often, so they do have the depth. Do you think that'll have an impact on them, or do you think they'll be okay?
She was playing a great game, and she really was making a lot of moves for them. Let's see. I don't think so. Because they're also, like we said, they have the home advantage, which is great for the player's psyche on court. And they're coming off with smiles. They're coming off with a 5-point lead, and they just need to stay controlled and continue doing what they're doing.
We've seen for the Emirates, in particular, Gillian Porter at the back coming out with some really good flies and interceptions from those long balls that Isle of Man have been putting in. Do you think they'll try and get to do some more of those this quarter, or do you think Isle of Man might change it up and play a bit shorter?
Well, Isle of Man we did see them change because they saw that Porter was intercepting those, passes, those long, quick passes in. So they did change it up and made a lot of, shorter passes getting into the circle. Now they'll have to think of a new tactic to intercept those.
And for the Isle of Man at the back, we've seen Kat Keelan play in the goalkeeper position a lot. We've also seen Becky Hempsall come on. She came on in the 4th yesterday and had an absolute stormer. So that's a potential change they've got in the back as well if Emirates starts to pull back close.
Right. Let's see. Kat Keeling was looking a little more tired towards the end of this quarter than she was in the first. In the first, she was really spot on. Let's see. It's an 8-minute break in the halftime. That's a long time to rest. I think if she's not playing up to par, they might just pull her off in the beginning of the, she might just call time in the beginning and go off to rest if they see that she's not bringing the numbers, so to speak.
Absolutely. So don't forget, you can get in touch with us via our Facebook thread or via Twitter. On Twitter, it's #NEOpen. Debbie Pearce, go Amy Marshall. Nina Moore, great play, Manx Rams, keep it up. Sam Preston, Gillian Porter, you are on fire. We agree. Fazia Araf, Jill Porter, loving the interception. So everybody else cheering that on as well and seeing the fantastic efforts that she's been putting out on the court for them. Don't forget, we still have plenty more games for you today. Very exciting ones at that. We have the Republic of Ireland taking on Gibraltar at 1 o'clock today. These are now crucial games to see who could potentially come out with those gold and silver medal positions in the challenge section. Emirates take on the UK Armed Forces at 4, so they are back on court after a game break. And then this evening we see Gibraltar taking on the hosts Isle of Man at 6 o'clock.
That's going to be an interesting game. I tune in to watch that one.
Make sure you stay with us. We have plenty of competition. Last year when these two teams met, the Isle of Man did come out on top by 10 goals, 57-47, which 5 goals difference now would say we could potentially be in for the same thing.
We could.
Last year also Isle of Man, Emirates and Gibraltar all finished on the same points, and Isle of Man got the silver medal and goal difference, so they'll very much be aware that if they do put out wins, they're also going to want to put goals on those wins too, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't want to lose it on a goal difference again.
I know Bryony Ravigno was saying yesterday that they're still a bit sore over that, and they've definitely thought between them and had those conversations that goals for them are very important.
They've had that happen to them a couple of times, quite a few times, and it's always a sore spot for them because they really fight and come out fighting, and then just to, have a win and then lose it on, the goal difference, which it's hard. When you're on court, you're not doing those calculations. So you're fighting for every goal, but you're not thinking, oh, if I have 2 more goals, then I'm in for gold. And that's really, really tough to win and be on such a high and then be told that on goal difference you lost it. So, and it has happened to them before, so I can totally understand why they would be a little sore about it.
Harshest thing about sport, isn't it? There can only be one winner. On Twitter, Emily H. Carter, go on Kat Keeling from your bestest cousin. Use those long arms. We'll have to check with her, Emily Carter, whether you are her bestest cousin afterwards. I'm sure she'll agree with you, especially because you gave her a shout out. And India Shabil, yes, Emirates Netball, an incredible first quarter. Well done, girls. So we see the girls coming together now. The Emirates are back in their huddle. When we get confirmation of any changes, we will definitely let you know. Isle of Man also starting to get up to their feet now. We shall see what happens in this second half, but all to play for. Could be anyone's game still.
Yeah, could be. I did though see Ashley being a little bit tired. They're not running for everything, so they might put on some fresh legs to replace her.
It's quite a hard competition, isn't it, when you think about how many games they've got in such a short space of time.
Yes, we had played 4 games in 28 hours. I don't remember a time any team has had to do that. It was really, really rough.
Players take back to court. We do have a change for
Well, Ashley has moved into wing attack.
I do believe that Rachel Johnston has moved from wing attack to centre. That's just
looks like Ashley
change.
and her, yeah, they switched.
Do you think that's to do with the feeding, the connection between Ashley and Chloe?
Yeah, I think it would be, as a coach, I'd be scared to take Ashley completely off, and if she needed a little bit less running, then, you know, it would be clever to just keep her in wing attack to keep doing that feeding.
Oh, great shot by Zoe Stapley. So she has come on to make her mark in this quarter. So good call by the coaches to give her a bit of breathing space, to have some practice at half time.
Yeah.
Well held, a little bit off balance, but she manages to keep control. More of a force ball in there by Carly Lewis. I think she wanted to pass it off to Eleanor Wright, couldn't quite make it. So opted for the long ball. Isle of Man come out with it. Jess Smallwood just resetting in the circle, but penalty called under the post. So 1-1 this quarter leaves the Isle of Man on 28.
Oh, I was sure Porter was going to fly in and intercept that.
Just up and
beautiful,
scooting, wasn't it, by Chloe Gale?
Yeah.
Emirates opting to go backwards again. Stapley comes out and creates some space. Nice. We talked yesterday about effective and ineffective resetting. So sometimes Carly Lewis was passing back ineffectively and not gaining any ground, but that one was really nice, wasn't it, to play Eleanor Wright to the circle edge. Oh, Gillian Porter again.
And that was, there again, we were talking about Ashley and Chloe having that connection, but Jess was open right next to her, and she should have, passed to her, or it would have been better if she had passed to her rather than force it into Chloe, which was intercepted.
Feeder's just not convinced that their shooters at the moment have that space. There's some really good pressure from Viv Storner and Kat Keeling at the back, isn't there? Good shot by Stapley. Converts their centre pass. Oh, she's done it again. She's got really quick feet, Porter, hasn't she?
Yeah, I'd be so scared to pass out and in. She was relatively close to the goal. I would have told my shooter, don't take that chance.
Well picked up there by Eleanor Wright.
Yeah.
Just that placement on the ball again. Great shot by Marshall. And that is a turnover ball for Emirates. Can they look after their own? Great first phase by Stapley, recognising that Eleanor Wright wasn't free. Better placement there by Eleanor Wright as well. And Kat Keeling is just rolling Amy Marshall well, isn't she?
Yeah, she really is. She's holding her and just not letting her any space.
Ball is back in Kat Keeling's hands.
Beautiful playing by Kat.
Great interception by Carly Lewis, gives Emirates the ball back. It's just calls for steady from the bench.
Yeah.
Nice, clever play by Amy Marshall, making sure she gets in position nice and early.
Beautiful shot.
I think there was a shout of get in from the bench.
Yeah.
Willing the ball verbally to go through the net.
That always helps.
I'll remember that next time I'm bowling.
There you go.
Knock the pins over. Oh, offside call.
That's, again, that unforced error is just such a harsh.
And quite a crucial point in time in the game to allow Emirates back in as well. But then you can't really fault how much Ashley has been doing, so surely she's allowed one error. Contact call there against Carly Lewis, gives the ball back to the Isle of Man. So
I did see her grimacing a little bit before, so I'm a little concerned about her. I'm not sure what that was about.
They make sure they keep that 4-goal lead. Rachel Johnston, well aware. Hand up in apology. Oh, well held by Stapley. She was on extension then. Did well to hook that in. Lewis not happy with what's on in front. It's not the first caution we've seen this tournament, is it?
No, but the first one this game.
I'm sure Jane Ryder-Clegg will address that. Oh, just a bit short. It does make a difference, doesn't it, when you're not getting the goals in?
It really does, because Kat has been consistent in getting those rebounds. She really has been.
And a miss the other side as well. And a contact call means Emirates are back with the ball. This is a long time before we've had a goal.
Yeah.
Bit of pressure, do you think?
A bit of pressure. A little bit of a lot of pressure and unsure. A lot of turnovers. There's another one. A lot of turnovers, which makes the players a little bit more hesitant to take those shots or to force the ball into the circle.
She takes a breath and pushes the goal line back out to 5 with an Isle of Man at centre. Don't forget, you can get in touch with us today via our Facebook feed. So if you're watching online, do give us a comment. Tell us what you think of the game. Give a shout out to your favourite players. I know some of them do listen back online, so they really appreciate your support.
Beautiful shot.
Really nice shot. Lydia Kurski, Zoe Stapley is on fire. Jane Bryan, well done Carly, getting the ball back, and Becca Morris, yes, Carly Lewis.
Yeah, she was triple marked there, the wing attack. Eleanor, so they're obviously pinpointing her as the game player there at the center pass.
Oh, just placement on that ball back by Amy Marshall.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 ball, isn't it, that she's giving back. She just needs to make sure she puts it non-defender side. Shot.
But she's been shooting really well from further away, so as a coach, I tell her, don't take a chance, just shoot it. I guess she's worried about those rebounds that Kat has been picking up.
True, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Exactly.
Oh, unlucky there by Gillian Porter. Good effort going up to tip the ball, but just deemed to have contacted. Six-goal gap for the Isle of Man. 33-27. Emirates in possession. Zoe Stapley scoops up from the back, yeah.
That's always harsh when you pass it and you realize that your player can't go over the line and you lose it because of poor judgment. So there we go, back to teamwork.
Kat Keelan again.
Again with that rebound. She's been so strong with those.
Just feel that maybe Amy Marshall needs to roll off that front hold a bit, get a bit more depth, and then she can post back up again, but she's getting pushed further and further out by Kat Keelan, who's playing a very clever game. Oh,
beautiful.
When I grow up, I want to play like Gillian Porter. Oh, well done. Good job, Jane Ryder-Clegg.
Person I'm missing in this tournament is Genevieve Slater from Ireland, who I understand is in her 9th month.
Yeah, having a baby.
Oh, unbelievable. But she was my all-time favorite goal defense. Well, she just was all over. She played so nice. Well read by the defense.
Yeah, Viv Stormer there having an absolute stormer. Pardon the pun.
She just read that so well.
Oh, unlucky contact call. Opting to reset. Rachel Johnston finds Chloe Gale under the post.
You get the feel that it's quite easy to find Chloe. Pop the ball up and she'll scoop it in and get it down.
Emirates not giving up though, still fighting for every ball.
As you must do in a game, all the way down to the last buzzer.
Carly Lewis playing clever to get some depth and allowing her defence to bring the ball down.
She also got rid of Kat by doing that. Kat went for it. She did a real fast pass, which ensured her get away. Too bad they couldn't transform it into a goal.
Good arms there by Eleanor Wright.
And again with that rebound. What a stretch by Kat Keeling.
Yeah, Viv Stormer there holding the back of a dress just so she can get that bit more volume without
what
falling
teamwork. No, lots of fight down in that circle.
Good rotation.
Yeah, they work that circle really well.
Chucky struggling to find anyone. She did have Gillian Porter just behind her, but eyes fixed on the forward. Oh, good hands. Again, I'd love to see her turnover stats. Great ball through to Stapley. Swinging it wide. Just need to get off that body a bit now, Emirates, in the circle.
Really struggling. It's the second time they've gone back.
You just feel like they maybe need a bit more creative play together. That was good.
Nice passing. Yeah, that was beautiful. They need to do more of those rather than the closer passes.
And when they
when
they rotate, they're tending to just interchange positions rather than actually move around the circle, aren't they?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Chloe Gale makes it look as easy as that.
I hate those one-footed passes. I don't let my girls do it. I said, work on your core strength. I don't want you doing those because the pass is always weak after that, and you tend to it just tends to get intercepted. It's not worth it.
So we have just under 2 minutes left of this third quarter. And the Isle of Man settling up for their 10th goal gap, and it does make a 10 goal gap, 38-28, so 10 goals in it now. Good change of direction there by Zoe Stapley to get free.
Yeah, very nice work.
Clever.
Oh, beautiful.
Clever play by Viv Storner. Covers the pass, steps up to the step in, and before you can blink, it's down the other end.
Well played, but that's always iffy, because if the umpire trying to assess the 3 feet from the landing foot, which is no longer there, so it's in the air, you could get called up and have a double contact and a real free shot. But the chance paid off.
Good arms again by Porter. Gale out and in and through the net. And she's working that circle really well, isn't she? Offloading and then cutting the front and losing the defence to get that ball.
Really beautiful work in their circle. It's just nice. Great pressure from the Isle of Man in their mid-court.
I'm not sure she was happy with that, but I'm not sure she can disagree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, footwork call, just not going Emirates' way at the moment. Stapley, however, will not give in. Yeah. There's an intentional obstruction there. Stapley didn't attempt to get, and that's just a little bit of frustration, isn't it, creeping in?
Yeah.
We've seen Stapley play on a number of occasions, and she's a very clean player. Just possibly a little bit frustrated. Good rebound by Jess Smallwood. Goal down.
Goal.
So that leaves us with 41 to the Isle of Man and 28 to the Emirates. Emirates only managing to score 6 goals in that quarter. Oh, what do you think about that?
There you go with the taking it away. So they've done so much better in this quarter, and it's beautiful to see. I think a good call to put on some fresh feet, to switch Ashley into wing attack, where she's very, very effective. Just keep her in that attacking third, and you can see what it's done.
And they've been really consistent with their lineup, haven't they? And they've done this quite well, I think, as a coaching team over the course of this competition. They pulled out that lead before they've started to mix things up. So consistent. 14 goals first quarter, 13 second, and then 14 again in the third.
Wow.
And the Emirates, unfortunately, struggling in that quarter. So they started off well with 13 and then dropped to 9 and then dropped to 6.
Wow. Yeah, this quarter didn't work as well, and I kind of feel it's in the mid-court. I kind of feel they're dipping, and their energies are not as high. Let's see if the coaches feel the same and they switch them out. Who knows?
So we have 4 minutes for them to give some input as to what they feel they can help their team out with, just to keep you up to date with what's going on for the rest of today. This morning we saw the UK Armed Forces take on the Cayman Islands. UK Armed Forces came out with a 61-27 win in that game. One score that I don't think we predicted, but showing the UK Armed Forces have getting stronger and stronger every match they play. Isle of Man currently on court against the Emirates, leading 41-28. Up for you at 1 o'clock, we have the Republic of Ireland versus Gibraltar, another fantastic lineup for that. Emirates versus the UK Armed Forces at 4, so we see Emirates returning to the court at 4 o'clock. Gibraltar versus the Isle of Man at 6 o'clock, so a big challenge for Gibraltar taking on the hosts then. So some fantastic games lined up for you today, so make sure you don't go anywhere. Keep tuned with us. If you want to get in touch, we would love to hear from you. You can use hashtag AnyOpen on Twitter or get in contact via the Facebook feed. Some highlights for you now from that quarter. So, Emirates, stick or twist? Change your team or stick with what you've got?
The question is, what do they have on the bench? Do they have a better option? I would switch out the center just give her a little break. If need be, bring her in 5 minutes. But I don't know if they have any other depth or anybody that can do it better.
Well, they do have another game coming up as well. So as a coach with a 13-goal deficit, is this game over or is there a possible comeback? And does that play into whether you decide to keep them on or take them off?
Yeah, so that definitely comes into play, and their next game is going to be rough because it's against the UK Armed Forces, and we've seen them get consistently stronger and stronger, and their game getting consistently better and better. And I think that goes back to them not playing together. This is their training camp, and they are great individual players, and now they've got the chance to play together. They're just getting better and better and getting more experience with each other. So by the time they play us in the last game, I don't even want to think of what's going to happen there.
Yeah, should have played him in the first
Thanks.
game day. So on Twitter, Danny Mass 93, we've heard from you before. It's lovely to hear you're still tuning in. Awesome game, some great netball on display. Completely agree with you, Danny. This is a fantastic display of netball. India Shabil, Carly Lewis, you're making these turnovers look easy. Come on, girls. Hashtag NE Open. Do please get in touch. We love to hear your comments. We love to hear your thoughts. And the girls really appreciate all your support. Makes a huge difference to them. So let us know what you think. We have the ball in Isle of Man possession to get us underway in this fourth quarter. Business as usual for Chloe Gale then. Slots another one home.
Yeah, I don't see any changes that have been made.
No, Isle of Man exactly the same.
That was strange. She didn't have anyone to pass to. She knew she was going to get called on the 3 feet, on the held ball, and then so she just stepped with the ball and walked away.
I think that's a bit of frustration.
I think that very much, which is why I had suspected the coaches were going to give her off, because we had seen a little bit of that in the third quarter, so I thought they would give her a little break. But like I said, if they have no other or no better option on the bench, then I guess they just told her, get on with it. We know you can do it. She has the capability.
Well, ultimately, you're here to do a job, right? So
yeah.
Denise Fennell on Facebook, Eleanor and Zoe showing amazing maturity. So Eleanor Wright, who is on the wing attack position, also an under-17 player, along with Zoe Stapley. I'm not sure whether they're out of age group now, but we're under-17s this year. And you wouldn't have thought it, would you, seeing them play on the court?
No, I wouldn't have guessed.
Long ball in. Great take by Chloe. Nice, clever, quick offload.
She's so strong, and she manages to catch those balls, those long, hard balls, and she dominates.
Just seem to have contacted there, Viv Storner.
Nice shot.
Gary Porter, loving the comments about Jill Porter, a very proud husband and son watching the game from Dubai. I am not surprised you are proud.
She's playing a really nice game.
Yeah. And fantastic as well. And we've got a couple of mums on the court. We've had plenty of mums on the court throughout the game. It just goes to show that, you can be a career woman, a sportswoman, and still have a family. Just fantastic.
It's true, and I think especially with netball, a lot of it is in your head, and a lot of it is intelligence on court, reading the game well. So as you get older, I feel a lot of times you see girls, the game gets better. You're not just running around, you're running with purpose.
Great shot by Zoe Stapley there. Determined to keep in touch. A rare giveaway by Ashley Hall there. But again, we can't give her too much grief, can we? The amount she's created.
Yeah.
I
said the pros far outweigh the cons, so
I think her coaches will forgive her that one. Good backup on the line. Still Struggling to get the ball forwards though.
Finding it very, very difficult.
That's better rotation.
Nice.
Great shot, Stapley.
Beautiful pass.
Oh, first time ball. Stapley was there, wasn't she? And that just shows you should play to the whistle.
Yeah.
Good shot, Amy Marshall. Storner seems to have taken a bit of a knock there, but still on her feet.
Yeah, just taking it away.
So fast, aren't they, through the court?
They do those turnovers so fast. It's such a huge advantage for a team.
And it's just credit to their timing, the timing of their moves, the ability to take the ball and turn, and confidence to give that first time ball.
Yeah.
Strong challenge there by Rachel Johnson.
It also goes when you know your teammates well, you know where they're running to, then you can read it when you're still in the air with the ball, so the pass just comes off so quick. And in the Isle of Man, being as big as it is, they tend to play together a lot.
Oh, good pressure there by Emirates. And the bench from Emirates still really cheering them on, which is nice to see. They have not given up on this game at all.
I find the cheering from the bench is so important for the girls on court. It's very important. It also shows unity and working as a team. So when you know that, people have your back and trust in you and believe in you and I can do it, then it makes a difference with your play.
I think it's important as well, isn't it? Because the team on court keep fighting, because everyone on the bench wants to be on the court.
Yeah.
Still supporting their team on the court, but you owe it to everyone in your team to keep fighting.
Yeah. Also here, it's super important for their team to come out cheering, because Isle of Man have all these supporters in the stands, so you can just hear the cheers going on from the stand.
Better time in there from Emirates on their through court. Let's see what Isle of Man can respond with. Oh, beautiful ball. It's so hard to defend that when the passes are so accurate, isn't it?
Yeah, and she holds very well, Chloe.
Great rebound position there from Victoria Soul, and a really nice transition so far.
Yeah, beautiful. I think that's one of their quicker ones, getting it into the start. Oh!
They're just not giving that first time ball, are they? They've lost the confidence to release that in, and Stapley was free for the first second, but just waiting too long.
Yeah.
Footwork call against Clegg will give them another attempt.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Beautiful.
Oh.
And that's where you wanted to shoot, right?
Yeah. And we've seen her shoot from there, so take it. Well, this is a little far, but.
Great shot.
There you go.
It's a big ask, but it could be the start of a fight back. Just,
Spoke too soon.
Yeah, commentators care. Nice angles, such good angles by Isle of Man.
Such quick release, Ashley.
And they really take the defenders out of the game on their through court just by driving those diagonals, don't they?
Yeah.
A change of direction. Bit of confusion there.
And she does it again, lets the ball roll just to let her get closer.
Yeah, and Porter did a good job of keeping her to the one side of the court. Just needed Victoria Soul to read that and then run the open side. And so you've really got to work as a pairing, haven't you, in defence?
Yeah.
Good. Second offer from Stapley.
Yeah.
She's free.
And well held by Lewis.
Keelan strong again on that rebound.
Their timing is just so good, Isle of Man.
It was very fast.
Yeah. But it was all through down the court. Each player's timing was picture perfect. It was so nice.
Oh,
nobody ran too soon. They all ran spot on, and that made all the difference. Just the quick movement down the court.
and it's up to Emirates really to read that, isn't it, and to try and stop that from happening.
Yeah. That's so hard to do.
A bit more dictating potentially rather than following.
Yeah. But they should anticipate that. The moment you have a turnover, just block. Just block the players. You know that she's going for the ball. Eventually it'll be her turn. Or anticipating it.
Oh, good pressure. Just needed to take a feet on that one. Just resetting penalty on that. Deemed to have moved off before the ball was released.
Harsh.
She worked hard to get in a good rebound position as well, didn't she?
Yeah, and it was harsh, and she missed the shot, so.
Forcing the swing. Oh, nice. Well weighted there by the feeder, and good of Jess Moore to drop back into that backspace.
It's amazing because they do those quick passes, but then they also know when to wait and pass over, which is great to have all those tactics and all those different passes.
One ball putting Amy under pressure, but she comes out with the ball.
And a shot.
Good job. 54 goals to 37. Good team spirit from Deanne on the bench. Still cheering her team on. Yeah, great D. Gillian Porter again. Just contact on the edge of the circle. Good pressure defence.
Taken quickly.
Nice middle ball, centralising it, but nothing else coming through.
Oh. Was back again. She was free, and quick release would have been really good.
Nice.
And the bench yelling to them, keep moving.
Great shot, Stapley. Time called for Jane Ryder-Clegg. We will confirm who has come onto court in that position as soon as we get that information for you.
Oh, gorgeous shot.
Nice ball through court. Oh, fantastic.
Well seen.
And very clever play by Chloe Gale as well, isn't it? Pulling her defender out to the side to leave that space.
Yeah. Well done to Ashley for seeing, because Chloe was right in front of her. And you don't always see the other shooter at those times.
Much better feed into the circle there.
Yep.
Okay. Footwork call. Give the Emirates another attempt to get it through. That's much better passing. Great placement there from Eleanor Wright.
Oh.
And rewarded with a goal. So Sarah Watterson is the player that comes on to replace Jane Ryder-Clegg in the wing defence position.
Yeah, they've had wing defence issues today.
Oh.
Oh.
Great tip. And look at that chase.
Yeah.
A chase and a chasing the chaser. That's fantastic. Just under 2 minutes to go and leading
Still
by
not
this
giving
amount.
up. Yeah. They're still fighting for every ball.
Mind you, you're used to that as the
Coach's
coach of
dream.
Israel. They don't give up either, do they?
No, they don't give up. Their spirit is one of the most amazing things about them. I guess that's why we keep coming back.
Great shot by
gorgeous
Stapley.
shot.
Lovely height. Oh, great
Beautiful.
defence. Good effort. Oh, couldn't quite keep it in. But backing each other up as well. Yes, good hustle. Oh my goodness. I love that fight.
Yeah, beautiful. And well worth it.
Yeah, and the teamwork and the communication. Beautiful ball through the court. There we go.
There you go. They're working as a team again.
Carly Lewis, captain, gives them a clap for that. Applauds that excellent through-court play.
Yeah.
30 seconds left. Can they put another one on the board? She takes a look at the scoreboard. She knows the time, but lots of experience. Carly Lewis knows she doesn't need to rush this feed.
And an appropriate time to get a rebound.
Yeah. Oh, good job. Last shot of the game.
Well done.
And a great applause from the crowd, and well deserved. 56-43 win to the Isle of Man, but a much improved performance from the Emirates in that last quarter. They managed to match the Isle of Man 15 goals to 15 goals in that final quarter.
Yeah, really well. Well done. And a lot of positive energies on court. It's really nice to see. It's nice when two teams play nicely and play their game.
So Emirates managing to pull together towards the end. So the start of the comeback for them. They've got the UK Armed Forces this afternoon. Do you think they can?
That's going to
win
be
that
tough. That's going to be tough. But like we said, the UK Armed Forces have been getting strong all along. So let's see. If they play the way they started off today, they'll do good, because the Armed Forces haven't been playing together that much just this tournament. So teamwork is key when playing against them.
So the fixtures for the rest of the day, just to keep you up to date. Next on court at 1 o'clock we have the Republic of Ireland versus Gibraltar. Then we have a little break. Then we come back at 4 o'clock. You see the Emirates again back on court taking on the UK Armed Forces. And then at 6 o'clock you see the hosts again, who just got that fantastic performance against Gibraltar. A really good challenge in that 6 o'clock match. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Recent
It's
results.
going to be an exciting match.
Recent results from today, just to let you know, our first game this morning, the UK Armed Forces took the win against the Cayman Islands 61-27. So lots more netball over the weekend. Many thanks to Shan for your commentary today. Fantastic to have you here in the commentary box. Good luck with the rest of your games as well.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to Netball Europe, thanks to QTV Sports, thanks to Manx Netball Association for the fantastic effort they've done in putting this on, and all the volunteers, and many thanks to you guys for watching at home. We look forward to speaking to you again at 1 o'clock. Go and get yourselves a cup of tea, a bite to eat, and we'll be back soon. Speak to you soon.